Families and supporters of Palestine Action affiliated hunger strikers have pleaded with David Lammy to meet them in an attempt to end the impasse over the protest that's left some of them severely unwell. The intervention came after 3 of the prisoners were simultaneously in hospital on Sunday, one of whom has been refusing food for 51 days. 2 of whom, another of 43 days. They're taking, it is reported, just water with salt. I suppose that provides electrolytes, does it? Your party MP, Jeremy Corbyn, spoke outside the Ministry of Justice last week, demanding ministers meet with these hunger strikers.
We have written a letter signed by 50 members of Parliament demanding something so uncomplicated and so undifficult as a meeting with the representatives of the 8 people who are on hunger strike in British prisons. What was the answer I got? No. And a lot of MPs started laughing at that point.
Dr. James Smith is an emergency doctor and lecturer at University College London. He's been campaigning for the hunger strikers to receive medical care. I doubt that you've been able to actually physically examine them. What will be happening to these individuals? It seems an extraordinary amount of time to go without any actual food. Good morning, Doctor.
Morning, Nick. Yes, you're right. I've not been able to physically visit the prisoners, but I have spoken to several of them on the phone, and I've been providing support to the next of kin. At this stage, 4 of the 8 have been without food for 45 days or more now. Beyond day 30, 35, the body has entered into a critical state where we know from previous hunger strikes over the course of history that serious changes can happen very suddenly. And that relates most often to the heart entering into a state of dysregulation, or the body becoming much more susceptible to infections, which of course are circulating even in prisons at this time of year. And those 2 things are of particular concern. So this is a very serious stage now that several of the hunger strikers have reached.
Pardon my ignorance, Doctor. Are clinicians able to force feed people?
No. So there's very clear guidance now. In other contexts, the US government in Guantanamo Bay, of course, but the ethics of that is highly questionable. And in the UK, no, there is no guidance or policy of force feeding, quite appropriately.
What will the individuals be going through? Nausea? What will they be experiencing, Doctor?
Physically, profound symptoms, pain, nausea. A lot of the hunger strikers have complained of severe chest pain, severe abdominal pain. One of the hunger strikers complained, that the last one that I spoke to on the phone complained of chest pain at 5 p.m. on Tuesday of last week. And it wasn't until 1 p.m. the following day that an ambulance was able to take them to hospital. They are still admitted, receiving medical treatment now. Psychologically, it's of course extremely difficult. They will be very fatigued. The weight of this, of course, is very difficult. And it appears to me that they have also been subjected to other forms of mistreatment. For example, having communication with family members blocked or denied. When they've been admitted to hospital, they've been chained to the bed or to a prison guard, which really, again, and there's very clear guidance on this, Nick, is considered wholly inappropriate unless an individual poses a threat to themselves or to others, which none of the hunger strikers do at this stage. The last admission for one of the hunger strikers, she had to be wheeled to hospital in a wheelchair. To then be sort of physically chained to a guard or to a bed is completely unnecessary.
Presumably, they'll have virtually no sleep pattern at all.
Sleep is going to be completely dysregulated, absolutely. These are really, really difficult conditions that they have put themselves through for the sake of drawing attention to the issues that they've drawn attention to.
I hate to ask this question, but I feel it is relevant. 51 days, we read, existing only on water with salt, which presumably is to provide electrolyte. How much longer can a human body go on like that?
Well, I think, I've had that question from a lot of people, Nick, and the short answer is we don't know. The hunger strikers back in the early 1980s, those who died between day 46 and 73. The hunger strikers at this stage are perhaps physiologically more well. They're younger, of course. But that shouldn't really prompt the government to be even more complacent than it already has been. We are already in that critical stage where something catastrophic could happen at any moment. And we've had next of kin speak to me saying when they get a phone call from an unknown number, don't know if it's going to be an announcement that their next of kin is dead.
Oh, that is awful. Doctor, thank you for your time today. Dr. James Smith, you're an emergency doctor and lecturer at University College in London, campaigning for those hunger strikers to receive medical care. Now, all of them have been arrested for alleged offences relating to Palestine Action before the group was banned under terrorism legislation. These include accused of breaking into RAF Brize Norton in June. You may recall it is alleged 2 military jets were damaged. Also, allegations of break-ins at the Israeli-linked defence firm Elbit Systems back in 2024. They're due to go on trial in May next year at the earliest. They deny the charges. Well, they're not going to live for 5 months. Meanwhile, among their demands is that David Lammy and the UK government, there's still time better for the citizens of the UK in ending UK complicity in the ongoing genocide they're referring to Gaza by supporting the prisoners and bring about an end of the conflict in the Middle East. Now, look, these are very committed individuals. These are very unwell individuals, but surely even in their state they can realise the United Kingdom can't stop the fight in the Middle East. But could they be doing more?